Hey, what's going on? Jarmuk plays Lonely Mountains Downhill on Nintendo Switch. We're continuing on with Sierra Rivera. Ooh, 19 crashes or fewer. Let's go with the grasshopper on this one because we just have the tendency to go a little bit too fast when we're playing with the pace breaker, because we're trying to break paces. You know how it goes. You sit down on your thinking chair and think. Think. Sorry if I sound a little bit nasally. You guys probably don't notice at all. Maybe some of you. Maybe if you've listened to my voice enough, you can probably tell a little bit. Got a little bit of an allergy thing going. Let me blow my nose for a second. Okay. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Just clear the pathways. The pathways of the nostrils to the brain. Just feeding oxygen into the bloodstream. Red blood cells, white blood cells, every single blood cell filled with... I was gonna say O2? Is that the symbol for oxygen? Why am I blanking on this? This is the simplest thing ever. I think it's just O. Because like O2 is like dioxide. Like CO2? Carbon dioxide? No. I have no idea. You could see my brain just traveling 1,000,000 miles an hour while the rest of my body is just fading away. You probably can't see the other part, but it's there. It's just fading away into obscurity. Okay, maybe obscurity's not fair. If anything, I'm becoming more and more relevant as the time goes by. That's not true either. I'm somewhere in between. Like like a lot of this like YouTube recording, a lot of my streaming right now is just to keep up with not to give my current viewers just somewhere to hang out, but it's more like to keep, it's a little bit of that. But it's also a lot of keeping the skills. I feel like I've gotten a lot of YouTuber, content creator, Twitch streamer, ooh, that jump was real close. Just innate skills now, just from overall experience. I feel like if you just stop, I think it is something that you can lose, or at least get dull. It's like a knife that is just not used. Actually, this is the exact opposite of the analogy that I want, because I think if you keep using a knife, it gets more dull. I mean, unless you're using the knife to sharpen like another knife or something iron. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not gonna pretend to know how that works. We did get the 19 crashes or fewer, so that's good on me. But I did want to confess about something that happened like two or 3 days ago. I don't know. I've been real tired, like I said. I'm not gonna belabor the point though. But we've already gone through that. I'm not gonna bring it up again. Yeah, I do need to confess about something that I feel super guilty doing. It's something that, you know, you want to avoid as a human being. Just like the overall guilt that consumes you when you do something so heinous. I can't even formulate the words of what occurred, just because of the sheer amount of not embarrassment, because it's more like you know, committing a crime, you know, and nobody saw you do it. Like you stole the bubble gum out of the little twisty coin machine. Somehow you figured out how to jerry-rig the spinner, and it just comes out. And you know, at first you were just toying with it, and you weren't really expecting anything. Or, you know, you kick the vending machine, and out comes a soda. You know, you didn't think that was gonna happen, but out it goes, and now you're a thief. What I did is a little bit. I think it's more of like a step above thievery. I feel like if Jigsaw, you know, the person from the Saw movies, or at least the first one, if he had any conscience. Yeah, conscience. That's the guilt. Guilt creating manifestation in the brain. If he had any of that, I feel like I would. That's kind of how I feel. Now, did I like torture something? No. Like, you guys know me at least a little bit. But I don't know. Am I holding off on actually saying what it is? Yeah, because it's not something that you can just, you know, open up with. It hurts to even say. Okay? And it actually helps the point that my voice is kind of breaking. Mostly because my voice is exhausted from the day. My body is, so obviously my throat is too. Even though I don't really talk to anybody. Although, I did talk to somebody today, like someone who came out and grabbed the mail, which is always kind of scary, because I'm like, oh, a dog's gonna come out. Through that screen door, I can I'm getting my bag ready to defend myself like Captain America. I don't think we're gonna get this. Yeah, 2 minutes is insane. How are we supposed to do this? Alright, let's try this again. You might be saying, just get to the freaking point. No, hold on. What was I gonna say? I talked to somebody, and somebody was like laying down their truck horn, which is, you know, louder than a car horn. Like extremely rude. But there was like a truck that was pulling a lot of stuff. Yeah, I had one of those like chains hooked up to like a trailer to. Yeah. He was covering the whole street trying to back into a driveway. And a truck came by and was just like honking the mess out of his horn. And I said to the lady, I'm like, it's not really gonna make him go any faster. He's going as fast as he can. And she agreed with me, so I felt like, you know, we were in the moral right. Well, what if the truck really needed to go somewhere? What if they're, you know, they're almost late to work and they're about to get fired, so that's why he's... This is where the word semantics comes from. I feel like people just like being... And not just like... It's not everybody, obviously. I think people just like being the angry one, especially on the road. And I think righteous anger does come into place when it comes to like being angry at someone who's not being safe. But this guy had to back into the driveway. Like there's not much he could do there, I felt like. Also, we're dying a lot, but we're trying to get as much speed as possible, so I'm gonna have to bear with me for a second here. I don't care about Lonely Mountains. Tell me about what you did. Alright, fine. My hands were full. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure this was Tuesday. Because that's when, like, the newspaper type, like, things come out. So, my hands were completely full. Like, I had, like, packages and everything all in my hands, just covering any peripheral I have from like, everywhere but forward. You know, I'm just looking straight upwards. And I was basically at the very end of my day, just kind of like really lazily walking. Just dragging my feet, because I mean, that would have been like going into double digits of days. I think that would have been my 10th day, or I think 11th. Yeah, that was yesterday. Wow, the last 2 days have felt extremely long. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I was on the last street. Just took a turn and doing my last row of houses, and all of a sudden, I felt like a rock hit my toe. I was like, oh no. My toe. That was pretty heavy, but like not that heavy. And it turns out right after I kicked it, it made a sound. It turns out the rock was not a rock. It chirped. It was a bird that did not know how to fly. It tried to like catch the wind as it flew a little bit in the air after receiving a blow from my foot. Yep, you can get it out. I'm a monster. I've already, you know, ran the conversation in my head a couple times. I never realized I could do something so inhumane, such as walk. I mean, you know how many like ants and such you might walk to, like, okay, so I'm trying to defend myself, but very much failing, because there's something different about like running into something like a skunk or like a deer than like kicking it with your own foot. Even inadvertently. There's there's just a little bit more ownership when it's like your shoe hits the animal. At least in my opinion. So that's why the dramaticism right now. I don't know how to reconcile it. Yo, did we do it? Oh, come on. 0.6? 0.6 we missed it by. Yikes. Okay. But yeah, so I kicked the baby bird. It's probably going to tell its family, and I'm going to get attacked one day by a flock of birds, and I'm going to know the reason. I'm going to know the exact reason, and I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm just going to let it happen. And, yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, it's on the floor. It looked exactly like a pebble. Wasn't moving around much. It started moving a little bit more. It might have been sleeping, honestly. And I woke it from his slumber. No, it would have been worse if I like stepped on it. And then I would feel the absolute guilt. Like, that's way worse than running over like a squirrel. I don't know. Like what's the psychology of that? Like running over a squirrel like with your car? There's an exact bit about this of like a Filipino mom going, "Oh, sorry dog." Running over a dog, just, ka-gunk. Oh, hey. Sorry dog. I think it was Angela Johnson that did that one. So it's a pretty good bit. But yeah, it's a weird one because, okay, let's go this way. Go down the dinner rolls, as I used to call them. Yeah, it's a weird one to process because when you hit something with a car, usually, like, everything falls off of your car and you forget that you did it by the time you get home or get to where you're gonna go. Unless it's a deer, unless it's something big enough where it like leaves a mark on your car. Maybe that's it. Because your shoes are gonna be soiled for like forever. I don't know. Like in my case, luckily there was no baby bird murdering that occurred. But I do carry the guilt. I appreciate any prayers and what? You don't deserve prayers. The bird deserves the prayers. You might be right, but I'm still holding the guilt, and I can't like go back and apologize to that specific bird. He's gone. He's not dead. I would tell you if he died. I mean, he might be. I don't know. Is he even a he? See, you don't even know about these things. I don't know. Confessions of a bird kicker. Like, what even is that? Like, birds are meant to be in the sky. Or like in the nest. Stay in the freaking nest. That way you don't get kicked by ignorant humans that don't watch where they're going. What if the mama bird was there and witnessed that and then started just like pecking my ears off? Am I going the wrong way? I'm pretty sure I'm going the wrong way. I haven't played this in a while, okay? It's been, I guess, 3 months. 3-4 months. Cause like that's when I started working at the what? As a carrier. Okay, let's go downwards. There we go. But yeah, so that's my story of the week, the dramatic story. Some of you guys might have already known that because you watched the GMAO, which I'm still working on. Just trying to be more consistent about it, you know. Whatever. Those are going to be posted on here, and you guys can enjoy those as you see fit. But yeah, that's it for me for this episode of Lonely Mountains. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're just slowly just working our way through, just cycling through all the mountains and challenges. Once we get to the tougher ones, it's going to be a little bit more interesting, but a little bit more conversation about the inner workings. But for now, we're kind of just unlocking things, just seeing how far we can go. Just trying to get as much stuff as possible. We've collected 3 gears, so we can unlock something soon. But yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying the series still. And hit that like button, hit that sub button, tell your friends, etc., etc. I'll catch you on the next one. See you.